Hey my friend, have you ever wondered what Oprah Winfrey and other billionaires think about the law of attraction and how they use it? Well, it's not really what I expected at all. And whenever I break down a celebrity type of video like this, there's a percentage of people that instantly comment, "Oh, I don't like her," or "I love her." I invite you to put away your beliefs about somebody. Personally, I'm not a hater. I'm just looking at what people do to become successful. So whether I like Oprah or not, or whoever or not, I'm looking at how did this individual create billions of dollars? So I did some research and I found out that Oprah has 3-step hidden method to manifest anything. And before I did my research, I always thought Oprah was a huge proponent of the law of attraction as we know it. And what I found out is that according to Oprah, what we know about manifestation and the law of attraction is totally wrong. And nobody tells you. So let's dive right into this. First things first, you have to forget about manifestation and focus on vibrational alignment, according to Oprah. Now, I can't speak for you, but when I first watched the movie The Secret, I learned about the law of attraction. It actually made my life worse. I was trying so hard to manifest what I wanted, but in doing so, I was actually blocking it from coming into my life. I didn't know that I was focusing on the wrong thing. So here's Oprah and Wayne Dyer explaining the truth about how to really manifest what you want.
And I'm not here to put down the law of attraction. I think
the law of attraction and The Secret opened people up to a new way of thinking.
Absolutely.
It had its flaws because it allowed some people to think that all you had to do was think about a bicycle and there it would show up. And the key word that you use in here over and over and over again in every chapter is that in order to attract or manifest anything, you have to be in alignment
with your source.
With your source.
With God.
Now, once I understood that principle, everything changed for me. Because in our Western world, we're so identified with our minds and our thoughts that when we use the law of attraction, we're doing it purely from a thinking level. And the problem with this is that you actually aren't your thoughts. You aren't even your mind and you aren't your body. You're a spiritual being in a physical body. Your body's like a rental car for your soul. And scientifically speaking, you're just a massive energy moving at a very high speed of vibration. So when you're using the law of attraction and just thinking about what you want, you're shutting down your higher energy faculties. It's like walking with your eyes closed. You're limiting your own capabilities when you're trying too hard to mentally think about what you want all day long. And what Oprah is talking about is a vibrational shift out of your mind and instead identifying with yourself as a vibrational frequency. And it's really hard for us to fully comprehend this because we're so used to living in a physical world. But way back in the early 1900s, a Russian scientist was able to first capture photographs of energy radiating from the human body. It's called Kirlian photography. So here's a couple photos of it so you can better visualize what you really are. And as you can see here, you're an energy field. You're not a body, you're a frequency pattern. And this leads us to big idea number 2. Everything that you desire is energy, and you are too. So here's Oprah breaking it down.
And that all things carry a physical energy and also a metaphysical energy, that which is beyond what we can see or know, and that all substance holds that.
Now, the real trouble in my experience with manifestation and how we're taught from today's gurus, it keeps us stuck in the material world. It's like, you want a car? Think about it. You want money? Think about it. You want that love of your life or that thing? Think about it. And the problem is, everything that you desire isn't physical. The car you want is a specific vibrational frequency. The amount of money that you want to earn, it has a specific vibrational frequency. And in Oprah's case, being a billionaire, that has a specific vibrational frequency. So when you're seeking your desires purely from a mental or materialistic plane, you're assuming unconsciously that it's material in nature and you're separate from it. But in reality, it works more like a radio station. Every musical station has its own specific frequency, so to get to the desired musical station, you have to use the tuning on the radio to get to a different vibrational range. And when you're trying too hard to manifest something out there in the world, what happens is you close down your vibrational frequency. But when you think in terms of energy, you raise your vibrational level. And that's why the third principle from Oprah is to meet the vibration that you desire. So here's a clip of Oprah explaining it full circle.
You have to meet the vibration. You can't be above or below it. It's just what I was talking about, negative energy, positive energy. In order to draw the thing to you that you want to come, you can't want it so much that you fear that you won't get it.
Now, in case that's getting too esoteric or abstract, I want to break it down just in a way where I personally was able to understand it and apply it. So right here, you see a whole bunch of lines, right? So let's imagine that each one of these lines represents a different frequency of reality. Each line represents a different frequency of your potential future. So at the time when I learned this, I wanted to be a big, successful published author and YouTuber, but I was totally broke. All the publishing companies rejected me. I was getting like 10 views on my YouTube videos and like 7 of them were from me on different computers and phones. So right here at the bottom line is my frequency of my reality as a struggling author. Up at the top is the frequency of my desire, being a millionaire, author, YouTuber. Of course, that's a totally different frequency. It's a totally different emotional state. So what Oprah is saying is that to manifest effectively, you have to do what Nikola Tesla said and think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So if you're way down here at the bottom and your desire is far away up there, you have to bridge the gap by meeting the vibration of your desire. And as Oprah said, if you want it too much, then you're afraid or anxious that it's not coming, and the frequency of worry, doubt, and anxiety is not in vibrational alignment with the energy of your desire. So to use the law of attraction correctly, I had to stop thinking about the things that I wanted, and I had to start vibrating on those frequencies even before I manifested them. So what I did is I created a success hypnosis audio for myself so I could practice the feelings of emotions of my desires before they became real. You can click right here and you can get it. It's my free Success Hypnosis MP3, or it's at jakeshypnosis.com. It's right there down below. It's free. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it. Now, what I did is I started seeing my viral YouTube channel, my books getting published in Barnes & Noble, and not just seeing it, I practiced feeling it. What would it feel like to have the money? What would it feel like to not be going to bed alone and to have met your soulmate, right? Those are the questions to ask to get you into the feeling. And there was a study at Harvard University by some neuroscientists, and they wanted to test this. Like, does your imagination actually have a material impact on your biology? Now, what they found was that the groups that were using their imagination were influencing their brain and having the same neural activity as the groups that were performing real tasks. So they had one group play the piano and one group just imagine playing it. And the group that imagined playing it was activating the same regions of their brain as the group that literally played it. So that's Harvard neuroscientists. And they're showing us imagination actually stimulates the brain. The brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. So what I would do is I would replay scenarios in my head as if my desires had already happened. And that's when the magic really starts to happen. So what occurs is a shift in your emotions. You're no longer waiting for something in the world to occur for you to feel a certain way. Because if you're waiting to feel successful or grateful or happy for something to occur to make you feel that way, then you are not in vibrational match to your desires. But if instead you can shift your emotions, which is really energy and motion, then you match the frequency of what you want. Well, the craziest thing started happening for me. I was like in my early 20s. No one would publish my first book. Well, I started selling them at farmers markets. Somebody bought a book. Then it was handed to someone that ran a TEDx event. Then out of nowhere, I got a TEDx event speech. Then out of that, I met Jack Canfield, the creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And then from there, I got a book deal with Penguin Random House, the #1 English publishing company in the world, at like 23 years old. And then out of there, I met Bob Proctor. And then out of there, my YouTube channel went viral randomly on old videos when I was camping and I didn't even have internet service. And I went from like 1,000 subscribers to now almost at 1 million. The key is to meet the vibration of your desire, to meet the frequency of your desire. And what are your emotions? What are your feelings? They're just being consciously aware of your own vibration. That's all it is. Because it's just an emotional state, it's an energy state. So when you control your focus, your feelings, and your emotions, and the pictures in your head, you can align yourself vibrationally with your desires. And when you align yourself vibrationally with your desires, just if you think back to all the lines of the diagram we did, you may be at the bottom diagram. You're nowhere near where you want to be. But that's your material world. But now vibrationally, you have jumped up to the top and you have matched the vibrational frequency of your desire. And that's what starts to bend reality. And that's how you start to manifest what you want. That's what Oprah is saying. So if you enjoyed this video, I invite you to get my free Success Hypnosis MP3. You can click right over here somewhere and you can get it for free. You can go to jakeshypnosis.com. It's also linked in the description of this video and it's pinned as the top comment. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it. What I invite you to do is just use it for like 2, 3, 4 minutes a day, whether it's in the morning, at night, or whatever. And while you're doing it, allow that energy to get into your subconscious, where this new energy of success, of being worthy of your desires, of good things happening for you, when that energy starts to kind of hit you almost like a wave, when you do that, you start to build the new picture. See your bank account the way you want it to be. See your career the way you want it to be, your love life, your family, your health, your day-to-day lifestyle. And then ask yourself, what would it feel like to have these things? Can you give thanks for these things before they've even occurred? Because once you do and you can feel the gratitude, your brain thinks it's real. Harvard neuroscientists prove that. Your brain starts to actually create a new neurochemistry state. And then the outer world is the last piece of the puzzle that falls into place and manifests after your frequency shifts, your energy shifts, your mind shifts, and your brain shifts. Then the outer world reflects the new reality that you have created. So you can get my free Success Hypnosis if you click here, jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned as the top comment as well. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comments right there down below. I love this video. You can feel free to suggest any other celebrities or any other people that you would like me to break down some of their manifestation techniques on. I love to hear from it, so feel free to put your suggestions right there down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe, bell notification, and you can click right here to watch another video.